1963, the 7th of September, Musiikkitalo, Helsinki. Live on Cage PPV at cage.fi. A Finnish-Colombian natural-born warrior, reaching the peak of his fighting ability, Markus Master Colombo Rytöhonka is a guaranteed entertainer known for a trail of flaming barn burners behind him.
Ottelijana mä oon tosi itsevarma, tosi taitava, paras tässä mitä mä teen.
Anthony Riggio is a powerful grappler with a BJJ black belt and a resume of submission victories to go with it. Riggio is aggressive all round, always ready to fight, but never to give up.
Alors ces dernières années, je me suis vraiment concentré sur le striking et puis le sol. Donc je pense que je suis quand même un adversaire assez complet. Alors sincèrement, j'ai pas trop regardé mon adversaire. Je me suis plus concentré sur moi, sur la victoire et sur mes objectifs.
Tulee mielenkiintoinen mylly. Matto jätkä, mutta hoidetaan homma. Mä uskon, että mä oon mun vastustaja parempi ihan kaikessa. Et löytyy rohdot jokaiseen tilanteeseen.
Will it be the bulldozer-like relentless grinding pressure of Rytöhonka? Or the die-hard march through hell and high water fighting spirit of Riggio that will lead to victory tonight?
Tämä ottelu tulee päättyä silleen, että kun Suomen joutsen nappaa kiinni, niin siihen tarvitaan palokunta ja hitsipilli, että se lähtee irti siitä.
Ça va être un mystère pour cet événement-là. Je compte faire de nouvelles choses.
All we know, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are set to witness a collision of two great warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. Markus Master Colombo Rytöhonka versus Anthony Riggio.
To the blue corner, Anthony Riggio.
Welcome back to Cage MMA, all the way from Switzerland. Anthony Riggio, hoping to follow in the footsteps of great fighters like Volkan Ozdemir and many, many others. Anthony Riggio is a true staple of European bantamweight MMA. He's been in there with the likes of Bartosz Wojciechowicz, Mats Brunel, Martin Akta, and of course last time out facing Edvard Valls. The featherweight, not bantamweight. This guy's been around the block against some of the toughest guys around, and despite that, he retains an 89% finishing rate, 7 submissions, 1 TKO. This is a criminally underrated European fighter, and I think that he wants to prove, or rather remind the fans what he's really made of here tonight.
And his bread and butter is his grappling and his submission offense. If you look at his build, he looks like he's built for grabbing people, putting them on their back, and choking them unconscious. But he was still, even though he lost his previous cage outing to Edward Walls, he was still able to stand there for a full 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So that speaks highly of his striking ability and his durability. And he said on Thursday at the media interviews that he has worked this year exclusively on his striking. So I'm very interested to see if his striking game has improved leaps and bounds and complements well his already deadly submission arsenal.
Well, that could be exactly what he needs to reach stardom.
To the red corner,
It's hard to find a fighter more popular here in Helsinki than Master Colombo himself, Markus Rytöhonka. Truly beloved fan favorite, and for a plethora of reasons. His never back down fighting style, the fact that he's basically wearing an entire sci-fi convention on his body with all his fan-friendly tattoos, and of course his personality, both towards the fans and to his opponent. It's hard not to like the guy. It's just that simple, and he backs it up with some great wrestling, pressure, and ferocious ground and pound.
Yeah, and he also has developed a very unorthodox striking game, throwing weird but effective combinations. Like he floored Fernando Flores with one of those. So he's known for that kind of grinding, grappling, and heavy ground and pound fighting style, but he also has an unorthodox and effective striking game. And a true veteran of cage. I don't even remember honestly how many fights he's had with
I'll
us
tell
here.
you, 9. He's 5-4.
So he's been here as long as I remember.
Yeah. And I guess one of his cornermen is trying to beat him in the tattoo contest. Didn't think it was possible to find somebody with more tattoos than Markus Rytöhonka, but he found one.
And he is a great corner here with up-and-coming Finnish MMA fighter, Markus Rytöhonka, known for his deadly submissions and grappling game, and the true pioneer of Finnish MMA.
Markus Rytöhonka!
All right. Sponsored by Prestige. Let's check out the tail of the tape of the main event of the evening. It is a 68.2 kilogram catch weight. Unfortunately, Markus Rytöhonka did miss weight. But some pretty similar stats otherwise in terms of age, record. Reach stands out as a big difference, so height is pretty similar too, though. So we'll see how all these intangibles end up translating inside the cage in the main event here at Cage 62 on the beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the night. This fight is brought to you by Precis Film, Photo and Advertising. Tämän ottelun tarjoaa mainostoimisto Precis. In the blue corner, a fighter with a professional record of 10 wins and 5 losses, weighing 66.3 kilos, fighting out of Switzerland, Anthony Riggio! And in the red corner, Finnish fighter with a professional record of 8 wins, 6 losses and 1 draw, weighing 68.2 kilos, fighting out of Helsinki, Finland, Markus Master Colombo Rytöhonka!
And that thunderous applause, of course, goes to the hometown hero, Markus Rytöhonka, as he gets ready to battle the rock-hard Swiss fighter, Anthony Riggio. Both of these fighters with some very strong resumes. And there's no replacement for experience. Beginning here, Anthony Riggio in the blue corner, Markus Rytöhonka in the red. And there's some of that unorthodox striking.
I'm very interested to see how this fight plays out. because I think there's a lot of variables here with Riggio's striking, how it's going to work against Rytöhonka, and also Rytöhonka's takedown defense, how it's going to work against Riggio. So it depends, like, what kind of... I think Rytöhonka wants to keep it standing, but how Riggio approaches this fight, is he going to try and strike with Rytöhonka, or is he going to look for the takedown if he can get it? So I think the first half of the first round will show a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a very strong point there, Alexi. Oh, there's a takedown attempt from Riggio. Can he get it?
You can see the power. Riggio has fought at bantamweight before, and like frame-wise, he may be, but as he's built like a tank, you can see that even though Rytöhonka kind of ran into that takedown, and he was still able to sprawl a little bit, like with a heavy hip, Riggio just muscled him to the cage. Great separation, good hand fighting by Rytöhonka.
I mean, that body type is just made for wrestling, pretty much. Oh, some nice strikes from Rytöhonka.
Great duck under by Riggio.
Absolutely fantastic timing with that one.
And the fact that Rytöhonka went right away to the fence, I think this is one of the things we're prepared for. That if he gets taken down, right away, back to the fence. Because as statistically shown, Riggio's biggest threat is the submission threat.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play with the Swiss on the ground.
Oh, nice strikes off of a break there for Rytöhonka. Like that knee to the body. Both fighters have worked on their striking, but so far it's Rytöhonka who looks a little bit sharper on the feet. And he did spend time at All Stars Training Center in Stockholm in March of this year, training with some of the best guys in Europe. Ooh, nice kick there, but gets caught by the Swiss.
One thing I like about Rytöhonka is that, his fighting is, he always fights at his level. He sometimes makes mistakes, but he never really like underperforms or overperforms massively. Like when he comes, he always delivers. He puts on a show, and he comes with his striking, his wrestling, his grappling. It's never like that. He, you know, when some fighters they're able to put like, depends on the day what kind of fighter they are. But Rytöhonka is always Markus Rytöhonka.
Yeah,
you know.
That's a great point. Yeah. You can, while you can kind of expect something from him, he always has those little extra intangibles in there to mix things up, but it's still kind of different flavors of the same Rytöhonka.
Yeah, and he always looks like relaxed when he comes to fight.
Yeah. Chance of Markus reining in here, and boom, another takedown from Riggio. And in the middle of the cage.
Yes,
now.
that's what I was about to say, because it's a different game when they're in the middle of the cage. Because now Rytöhonka actually has to grapple a little bit with Riggio, or try to turtle, or get to an all-fours position, which does give Riggio the back exposure.
I'm liking these short elbows to the jaw, though.
Yeah, those might not look like much, but they hurt.
Yeah. And if nothing else, it's enough to distract your opponent, make them think about something else, make them think about something defensive instead of advancing. Like right now, I mean, sure, Riggio, he's holding a position, but he hasn't been able to advance one bit.
Yeah, and damage is the #1 scoring criteria. So Rytöhonka is the one working from this position.
Yeah. Try and get back up is Rytöhonka as we approach the final 30 seconds of the first round.
Riggio on top of both feet. Moves to side control. It looks like he's just expecting Rytöhonka to make a bigger move, like try to turn one way or recover guard or do some big move that he can capitalize on.
counter grappling almost.
Yeah, but I think if that's their opponent's plan, Rytöhonka is doing the right thing, which is not really grapple, but just strike from the bottom position.
Well, Riggio with his hands in the air, but one wonders how much was properly accomplished off of the strength of that takedown.
Yeah, Rytöhonka landed the better shots on the feet. He did land from the bottom position. Short elbows though, but a lot of them. So, but Riggio did get a few of those takedowns and some control time in the end. So I'm just happy I'm not a judge here.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those fights here tonight where it's like, we're sitting in the right seats tonight, just not these seats where we have to calculate the scores and stuff like that. And it was some great timing from Riggio. And to the strength of your point about Rytöhonka's defense game, once it happened in the middle of the octagon, he couldn't get out of there. It'll be interesting to see how he approaches that second round with that in mind. There we go, round number 2. Big swing and a miss with that leg kick there from Riggio. Counter shot there from Riggio. Oh, goes to the body again. And there's a shot. It's kind of telegraphed, but he can still drive it all the way to the cage.
Like a bulldozer. And he has his hands connected. Big takedown for Riggio.
I guess Swiss Air in operation here tonight, but look at that, the get-up from Markus Rytöhonka.
Great job.
Nice hard leg kick there from Riggio as well.
And those calf kicks are a game changer. Honestly, one of them can just make the leg completely useless. So you need to always watch out for those ones nowadays.
It looked like that knee to the body might have hurt Riggio a bit. Oh! Goes for a takedown. Can Rytöhonka remain upright? He's going to try and hit the switch, but doesn't get it.
Rytöhonka is running a little bit too much for my flavor with those combinations. Like, he's a little bit too close, so Riggio, when he's like that stocky build, he can just step in for the takedown. So kind of maybe try to keep him at least at a distance of the straight punch, you know, when he throws his combinations.
It's a shame for Rytöhonka because those knees really seem to be doing some damage to the body of Riggio.
Yeah, Rytöhonka landed some great strikes there. But here, I think Riggio needs to expect Rytöhonka to start turning, so he needs to go behind quicker to get that back exposure. Now that Rytöhonka is already so close to the cage, when he starts to stand up, then Riggio has to take him down again. Exactly like this. And now he needs to utilize this to try to go to the back or do this, like lock the leg and try to control the position, force more of those grappling exchanges in the ground.
Yeah. Back up to his feet again is Rytöhonka, but for how long is the question. Oh, nice spinning elbow there from the Finnish Colombian. Oh, he's trying to go for that hip toss, but instead ends up grounded.
Now Riggio is looking to take the back, but if he wants to work for the back take, he needs to work himself or it's more advantageous to work yourself between your opponent and the cage to get that hook, the side of the cage first in.
Oh wow, look at that.
A botched throwing attempt, and Rytöhonka gets top position. Now, great grappling awareness by Riggio. I think Rytöhonka was a little bit too anxious.
Almost got him off of that butterfly, but yeah, it really speaks to what you were saying before about him being a little bit too close.
I think when Rytöhonka lost his balance, he kind of conceded the position, thinking that he can just live with the butterfly hook, which is not bad, but when you have someone who's a tank like Riggio, and they pace down with his grappling experience, it's easier said than done to lift someone off of that. And now Riggio has the back.
Clock is somewhat working against him though. 30 seconds. And while Rytöhonka has been submitted before, he still has pretty solid defense. He's very close to turning in. Oh, almost got out of it there.
Yeah, I think Riggio is just settling to ride the position, ride the clock.
Okay, 2 rounds in the books. It's close. It could very well be 1 round apiece. It's hard to say, but Alexei, what would you be telling Markus Rytöhonka now, heading into the 3rd and final round?
Use the striking offense, but do not get too close. Don't rush in, because every takedown Riggio has gone, or almost every takedown, it's not initiated by Riggio. It's that Rytöhonka runs against him and he bulldozes Rytöhonka to the ground, or most of the takedown. So don't rush in too much and let Riggio just duck down for the takedown like this. But like maintain your distance. You can use the combinations, like keeping at the length of the straight punch. Use the kicks, mix it up, and make Riggio dive for the takedown, which makes it easier for him to defend. And if he ends up in bottom position and he's at the center of the cage, damage, prioritize damage. Because Riggio, if he doesn't get dominant position, he is that passive that they might give the round to Rytöhonka.
That's what I'm thinking too, that positioning is great, but the damage isn't necessarily there, or the submission attempt either.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to show active offense. But that second round, he did, like first round, he was kind of riding the position only, but the second round, he got to like back control and kind of those like threatening positions.
Some more poise from Rytöhonka. No doubt his corner said some similar stuff as what you did, and he's approaching this with a little bit more tenacity and a just more careful outlook by the looks of things.
I think Rytöhonka is looking for a counter, like when Riggio throws and then tries to attack after, but not just getting the timing, at least not yet. Because just obviously he's not really committing to the shots now. He's just like throwing it out there. I think he's trying to bait Riggio to throw something big so he can counterattack.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he's kind of showing that uppercut as well, basically sending a message to Riggio that sure, you can go for the takedown, but you might eat an uppercut for your pleasure. Oh, that leg kick hurt. Oh, another one. I'm already seeing some redness on the the lead calf of Rytöhonka. Right by the jigsaw tattoo.
Riggio may not be the most technical striker, but you can see when he lands, it's powerful. Even the leg kicks, the body shots even, I can hear them through the earphones. Headphones, excuse me.
Yeah. Rytöhonka's leg is definitely messed up. You can see by the way he's moving on it. I forget the name of that nerve, but he's having some problems keeping his feet or keeping his foot completely flat.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two ways to. It's not painful. The ankle is just not working properly. So you need to either switch stances, so your lead leg is, so you can like put weight on your lead leg again and step on it, or you need to just stand still and become like a punching turret.
There isn't a third option, perhaps? It's less painful? There was the opportunity that Riggio was waiting for. Can he get the takedown?
I think in this round, the striking was a lot more even than in the previous one. So I think that was a smart move by Riggio not to rush the takedown, because this might seal the round for him if he's able to control the position for the rest of the round.
Well, just 1 minute left, so I mean, even just holding this position, it's good optics for the judges. That okay, relatively even on the feet, but with some
and he's doing the smart thing here, moving above the knee line. With Rytöhonka's both legs together, it's very difficult because Rytöhonka cannot hip escape backwards. So because of the cage, so his only option is this, to turn to all fours and just give up his back again. But as he tries to do that, great recovery by Riggio.
Final 20 seconds, and it looks like Riggio is going to be able to retain this top position. Rytöhonka trying to kick off of the cage, perhaps. Trying to perhaps go for your last-minute submission, but I don't think there's going to be enough time to get it. All right. 3 rounds in the books, and say definitely that last round most one-sided of the 3.
Yeah, definitely Riggio's round. But the first 2, I think Riggio's second round had more dominant positions, a lot more control time. I didn't check the clock, but he controlled a lot of the round. But Rytöhonka landed the better strikes in round 2. In round 1, Rytöhonka definitely landed the better strikes, but did get taken down a few times.
But again, it was an absence of ground and pound in the first round that may make it a bit of a, I mean, we'll see. Again, luckily, we are not the judges here. Oh, that was a nice right hand. Connected by the Swiss. And this was the final moment of the 3rd round. Riggio opened up, landed some ground and pound.
Scores being collected here between these 2 European veterans, both of them pros for over a decade each. Okay, it seems like we have a result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds, we have the judges' decision for the main event. Winner by unanimous decision, Riggio!
There you have it. Second time around in cage was the charm for Switzerland's Anthony Riggio. His hard-nosed wrestling was the key to victory here tonight.
Yeah, I think it was a great performance by him. Now this time he was able to showcase his strong grappling a bit more. Landed some shots on the feet too, but I think overall a close fight, but a good performance by Riggio.
Yeah. And just a very smart fight as well against a fighter who is a little awkward and unorthodox, like Rytöhonka.
Anthony, congratulations. What do you think about tonight's fight?
Alors sincèrement, ça a été un grand plaisir pour moi aujourd'hui de combattre ici, surtout faire le main event de la soirée. C'est clair que ça met une pression, mais c'est un challenge pour moi et je me suis vraiment donné à fond aux entraînements. J'ai fait le travail qui me manquait lors de mes 2 derniers combats. Et voilà, aujourd'hui ça aboutit à quelque chose, ça me fait super plaisir. Et je voulais remercier aussi l'événement de m'avoir fait combattre aujourd'hui. Merci à mon adversaire, merci à toutes les personnes qui m'ont suivi, mon coach. On ne change pas une équipe qui gagne, hein? Même si des fois il y a des... Comment dire ça? Il y a des choses qui se passent dans la vie, mais on reste toujours liés et puis on travaille dur. Voilà, aussi un grand merci à toutes les personnes qui m'ont suivi durant les entraînements. Sincèrement, c'est un grand plaisir pour moi de m'être entraîné avec vous, d'avoir accompli ça ce soir. Un grand merci à ma famille. Un gros bisou à Logan aussi, à mon fils. Voilà, c'est la plus belle chose qui est au monde. Et ça aussi, c'est pour lui, avant tout pour moi. Parce que c'est un grand travail pour moi aussi. Et un merci à tout le monde. Je vous love tous. Merci. Bonne soirée.
It was a pleasure to fight here. I did everything that I could to get the win. He was a very tough opponent. But I thank you everyone here to watch. I thank you the organization. Thank you for giving me the main event. It was a pleasure to be here. And then thank you guys. Thank you all my sponsors, all my coach, everything who support me. And then it's a pleasure. And my family. And my son, Logani.
Riggio is back!
Riggio is back.
Anthony Riggio!
Back in the win column and moving up to 11-5 now is Switzerland's Anthony Riggio. And how about that Great Britain top team guy basically serving as a translator for half of the fights as well by the looks of things. And what a night it was here at the beach in Bitsi Tripla. The first of its kind, but I really hope it's not the last of it because, wow, what a night of fights we had. Some first-round finishes, some brutal knockouts, some slick submissions, 3-round wars.
Yeah, this night was everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It delivered everything we wanted and more. Only downside is I might have a little bit of sand in my shoes, but you know what? I'll take it. But if you guys liked what you watched here tonight, be sure to tune in September 7th for Cage 63.
Cage 63, the 7th of September, Musiikkitalo, Helsinki. Live on Cage PPV at cage.fi.